Everyone thought Lil Durk was cooked after he got picked up by the feds on a murder case. But today we're breaking down the drama going on behind the scenes and how he might actually beat the trial. Lil Durk had one of the craziest situations in the rap game in 2024. A bunch of his homies got booked for allegedly killing Quando Rondo's cousin Lil Pop, and then the feds picked up Durk while he was on his way to the airport and trying to leave the country. When the news broke, it really wasn't looking good for Durk. There were rumors that his OTF crew was flipping on him, and then rumors started flying that Durk was going to get charged for setting up another hit in Chicago. Durk went from running the rap game to facing life in prison, but there's been a lot going on behind the scenes with this trial. Durk's lawyers have been trying to get him out on bond ever since the feds picked him up. But the prosecutors don't want Durk out because they think he'll try to do the race and fly off to Dubai or somewhere else. Durk had a few bond hearings that didn't go his way. In May 2025, his team said they would pay over $1 million for bail and hire a bunch of armed guards who would watch Durk and make sure he didn't violate his bond. There was also some big news about the indictment against Durk. When Durk got hit with the indictment, there were 3 specific facts against him. One of the facts was that Durk has made money and celebrated the death of Lil Pop on the track Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy when he rapped, "Told me they got an Addy, go. Got location, go. Green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming no, no." That bar was all over the news when Durk got booked, and there were fan videos going around where people combined the track with news footage of Quando Rondo screaming no after Lil Pop died. At first it looked like Durk was self-snitching like crazy, and the lyrics were even quoted in the indictment. But it turns out that Durk wrote that verse 8 months before Lil Pop got killed. Durk's legal team even brought in the producers who worked on the track, and they testified that Durk recorded his verse way before Lil Pop got killed. The prosecutors also dropped a charge that Durk told one of his homies to pay the bounty after Lil Pop got killed. The feds still think that Durk was involved with setting up the hit, but they only have one specific fact left in the indictment, which was a text that Durk sent to someone in the OTF crew right before Lil Pop got shot. The OTF crew flew from Chicago to LA so they could catch Quando Rondo. They allegedly used OTF credit cards to buy the tickets, and Durk texted one of them to say, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." The text makes it look like Durk knew exactly what was going down, but his lawyers say that one text message doesn't prove anything. Durk's lawyers also try to get the whole case thrown out after they proved that Durk recorded his verse for Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy before the Lil Pop hit. The lyrics were part of the grand jury indictment, and that means that if the lyrics weren't included, then Durk might have never actually caught the murder case. Grand jury indictments are usually pretty secret, but Durk's lawyers said they should know what was in there because the prosecutors already used bad evidence against him. The feds said that Durk and his team shouldn't be able to read the indictment though, because Durk's people were already threatening the witnesses and their family members. Lil Pop's mom went to one of Durk's bond hearings and even said, "I'm scared to be here." Durk had another bond hearing a month later, and that time his team offered to put up $4.5 million for the bail. The judge said that Durk might try to run though, even if he was innocent. Durk has millions in the bank and is facing life in prison, and the judge said that anybody would consider flight as the rational alternative instead of risking it at trial. Durk was caught trying to fly to Dubai right before the feds picked him up, but his lawyers said that he was going there for professional and spiritual reasons. Durk is Muslim and has gone to Dubai before, but it definitely looked like he was trying to get out of the country before the cops could grab him. Durk's bail got denied again, but he also scored a win. After he caught the murder charge, Lil Durk was facing the death penalty if the trial went left, but in June 2025, the prosecutors decided that they weren't going to go for the death penalty. Durk also scored a big win because he's not getting charged for putting a hit out on Stefan Mack. Stefan Mack was a GD in Chicago who got shot and killed back in 2022, and rumors said that Durk put a bag on his head because Stefan Mack allegedly has something to do with Durk's brother D-Thang getting killed. A lot of people thought Durk self-snitched about the Stefan Mack hit when he dropped Aha and rapped, "They like Durk, his ass a singer. He won't smoke shit. You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit." Durk also posted a pic of the OTF logo after Stefan Mack got killed and said, "For D-Thang, aha." Everyone thought Durk was dissing Stefan Mack, and rumors are going around that he was going to be hit with another murder case for setting it up. But Durk called a break and isn't naming the Stefan Mack indictment. But Stefan Mack isn't the only body that people are trying to tie Durk to. And some sources claim that Durk was involved with the hit on FPG Cash. FPG Cash got shot and killed in 2022, and before he died, he was sending shots at Lil Durk and dissing King Von. Cash got murdered, and his body was allegedly found by a tree, so everybody thought Durk was dissing him on the track Threats to Everybody when he rapped, "Think I'm playing? Then come and see. You gonna end up by that tree." There were also rumors going around that FPG Cash and Stefan Mack's murders were connected because people were saying that the same gun was used for both hits. That turned out to be cap though, because the cops already had the gun used on the Stefan Mack murder in evidence before FPG Cash got killed. After Durk got booked for the Lil Pop hit, some people were thinking the feds were going to hit him with charges for FPG Cash too, but there's no evidence that Durk had anything to do with it. The cops haven't even found the shooters for the FPG Cash hit yet, and nobody really knows who pulled the trigger on them. Durk probably won't go down for the FPG Cash hit, but the prosecutors in the Lil Pop case think he snitched on himself during his interview with DJ Academics.
What are you talking about? By the Sly for Vaughn comments. I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They'd be like, they be saying Sly for Vaughn, I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, that song is fire, I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see them comments no more. For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing them comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
I wonder why.
The interview definitely isn't a good look for Lil Durk. It doesn't really prove anything about him setting up the hit on Quando Rondo, but it could still make him look guilty to the jury if he gets played in court. One of the biggest things the feds have against Durk right now is someone who's been working with the feds as an informant. There's a lot of rumors going around about who the informant is, but nobody really knows yet. One informant might be able to get Durk convicted, but Durk's lawyer talked to DJ flat about the rest of the crew flipping on him. Everyone in the case is facing life in prison if they get convicted, and a lot of people think someone's gonna flip on Durk so they can skate on it. There's no proof that anyone who got booked is snitching, but Durk's lawyer Drew Finling said,
"You don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and I just no way of knowing whether or not people are cooperating. But usually you don't hear about it until the process has really worked its way along and the person is locked in."
DJ Vlad brought up how Lil Woody wrecked the prosecution's case during the Young Thug Rico trial, but Drew Finling said that something like that wouldn't happen in the Fed case because the feds want to make sure all of their witnesses are actually going to help them win in court. The feds already brought some bad evidence against Durk when they try to use his lyrics from Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, and that could end up being a big deal for Durk when the case goes to trial. His lawyers can definitely use that to convince the jury that the feds don't have anything real against Durk, and now it looks like Durk might actually have a chance to walk free when the trial is over.